Hey, this is Mike from Mike's Famous Harley Davidson. We're here at 951 Bank Street at the historic Coca-Cola bottling factory, and we're here for the 37th annual gift run. But the group that the run benefits is the developmentally disabled, and these folks generally had some sort of disability, the physical or mental, that many times had to do with a birth defect, something of that nature. And these children have now have grown up, and generally benefits those that are adults now, as opposed to children.
Very good. Is there anything special today? Can you explain the route?
Well, this year the route starts at 951 Bank Street here in historic New London. This is the former Coca-Cola factory. And what's unique about our run this year is we wanted to reach out and make the run longer. Generally just took place in Waterford. And so now that we're here in our new facility, the ride's leaving from New London, jumps right into Waterford, and all our friends over at Waterford Police Department have been very, very kind and allowing us to come through the town. It goes all the way down Bank Street, which is route US 1 south, into Flanders, Four Corners, into the town of East Lyme. And then we make a left-hand turn, go proudly through all East Lyme, all the way down to the what's effectively Long Island Sound, down by the train tracks on Main Street. We head left back towards Waterford, and our last turn is on Great Neck Road and down to the Camp Harkness up on the right-hand side, right down on Long Island Sound, and that's where the festivities begin.
Hi, I'm Kim Greta. I'm here at Mike's Famous Harley Davidson, and I'm here for the 37th annual gift run. It's a great event. It's a feel-good event. It's representing what I believe the holidays are all about. It's a gift run. We're collecting gifts for a great cause for those with disabilities, and it's something that ourselves and our Hog chapter have come together and created to just give, and I feel like that's the objective of any holiday event such as this.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Angino, and I am your reigning 2016 Mrs. US of America. I am here today doing the 37th annual gift run. I got the Mrs. U.S. of America title by competing through the pageant system of Pseudo Pageants. It is a family-based pageant system, and it is very based on community service and working a lot with our sister queens. I feel amazing to be here. Since I was a little kid, my parents have always done the toy run, which is now called the gift run, and so I am very honored to say that I get to do it this year. I hope all the motorcyclists have a great and safe ride today.
All right, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing, Marinka?
Yes, this is Marinka here.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, Marinka, why don't you explain your full name and tell me how you got started in vaudeville and in burlesque?
Well, my name is Marinka Melanie Hunter, and I began in show business in 1960, first as a showgirl, and then 1962 I went into burlesque. And that was the year that I began burlesque.
Wonderful. Now, throughout your time doing this, what are some name roughly about five aspects of burlesque that you've learned that has somewhat changed your life?
Well, first of all, burlesque at the time, in 1960s, was, how can I tell you, it was a place where a lady who was sexy enough and who had a nice ass will make a good living. I went in because the money. I give you an example. Of course, my beginning was in New York City. And in New York City, in the Copacabana of the Latin Quarter, were the two best nightclubs in New York City, a showgirl will be making $175. when I became a queen of burlesque, I started making $650. So I went for the money because as told her I was making very small money. I mean, it was okay money for that time, where the hourly wage was like $1.50 an hour, but that's how it was. I went in for the money, and then I really learned to love it.
Now, describe the art of burlesque, because I've noticed and I've seen some burlesque shows in my area, and the dancers, I've compared them from the dancers from then and now, and the dancers from then were, they had it to a T. It was a beautiful art. Now it's just they go out, they really don't do anything, and they don't show us the art form. Can you explain how how are you able to transform it into such an art form?
Well, this is what it is. You know, burlesque is the only American theater art form because it was born in America, and since the 20s, he got his peak in the 40s with Gypsy Rose Lee and Choreo, Rose LaRose, Margie Hart, and all these beautiful ladies. Then in the 50s, it continued, so in the 60s. So it was a show that you can come with your wife or you can come with your friend, have some laughs because we have comedians, we have sketches, and you see a beautiful lady on dress. The art of the striptease is not to dance naked. At the moment you are naked, that is the time where the act finish. Versus today, and let me tell you something, because most people only see the strippers in gentleman clubs, but these women have nothing to do either when I was in burlesque or the new burlesque, because it's a new movement now that you see popping up burlesque festival all over the places. You had it in New York City, you have near you in Vermont, we have it all over in London, we have it all over the world now, a new movement called the New Burlesque. I am part of the Burlesque Hall of Fame, a museum in Vegas, and we do an annual, a yearly reunion where we feature the legends, people like me who are from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, on the Friday night. On a Saturday, you have the competition for the Queen of Burlesque, and then on Sunday, they have what they call the icons, the ladies like Michelle Lamour is a lady here in the pinup show. Her name is Lulu DeVille, Dirty Martini. Those are ladies of the new movement, new burlesque. And why the burlesque that I knew went out of business, as you will say, a lot have to do with the pornography who came in the 70s, and a lot has to do with the ladies movement, you know, the feminist movement. But yes, most of the time that you put a program in the television who have comedy is based in burlesque. What?
Right. And
That's the way it is.
now, and it's also, I mean, I've seen comedy acts, and I've saw like old comedy acts from back in the 50s and 60s with like for instance Red Skelton or Jack Benny. Some of those guys, they had impeccable timing, and a lot they claim a lot of that had to do with their background in vaudeville. Sammy Davis Jr. They have impeccable timing, phenomenal entertainers back then, even for now. To me, it felt like that was the golden age of entertainment right there, is because they had to be taught how to work on the fly. They weren't just handed a script and whatever else. It was, you never knew what happened, it seems. So to me, in my opinion, I genuinely feel that this is a lost art. They're trying to bring back burlesque, and I've seen troops, and I've seen what they're doing, and what they're doing is they're not keeping up with what traditionally worked back when you were doing it. They're just like what you were saying. At the end of that, at the end of your sequence, or at the end of your gig, you would be, that would be the end of the show, which you would be naked, or partially naked. What they're just doing is they're running around and just looking naked the whole time, and they're not really selling anything. They're not selling sexiness. They're selling sex, if I'm not mistaken. And it's smutty. And honestly, a lot of people who I've gone with to see this stuff, they really don't. The audience doesn't really last that long.
Very short.
Right.
Very short act. And you are totally correct. And the reason why all these men of comedies that you mentioned, they were so perfect in timing, was because, let me tell you, burlesque, you have to do 4 shows a day. You start at 11 o'clock in the morning and ended at midnight. On a Saturday, you do 5 shows and you ended at 2 o'clock in the morning. So you have the time, and you was working every day, every week. So you polish your act, and in many cases you improvise because somebody was late or because something happened, and you have to improvise. You see, those were the days where people was proud of what they was doing. But one of the things today that these new burlesque ladies, because it's very rare you see a man, and if it's a man, most of the time is a male stripper.
Yes.
Well, in my days, male stripper were not. You see? Male stripper was something that came in the 70s.
I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened is that a lot of time they don't have enough places. It's not enough places today to work. I mean, I know women like Michelle Lamour from Chicago that she do a fun dance that is so beautiful. Then, when I work with Sally Rand, the queen of the sands, and I see Michelle Lamour, it's not much different. Michelle Lamour is a great fan dancer, and she works, but I don't think it's that many places for them to work. And that is one of the things that, because they don't have enough places where they can be working constantly, they cannot have a good, strong art. And that is one reason that sometimes those festivals bring a legend.
So,
And,
yeah. Yes, and now you talk about legends, and you are inducted into the International Burlesque Hall of Fame, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and congratulations on that. And actually, more props to you. And I do understand that you also teach classes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, and would you like to? We're closing down in the next couple minutes of the show here, but would you like to plug anything? You teaching any classes or any projects that you're currently working on?
Well, right now I'm working in my biography. I've been working in my biography now for a few years, and we are hoping, my co-author, Dave Williams, and myself are hoping, and we're almost sure that our book will be ready next year. Uh, and it covers 75 years of my life, you know. So he's in love with the story, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good book.
Very good, very good. And any current, if people would like to contact you in regards to possibly teaching their troops or any lessons you would like to give, what would be a best way to contact for them to contact you?
They can contact me either in Facebook or they can contact me at my email address, marinka702@cox.net. And like I say, you know, I don't teach in one-to-one level. I only teach when it's a group of girls who want to learn. And most of my teachings are in festivals or something of that kind, you know?
Very good, very good. I'm glad what you're doing. What you're doing is very special. It's very special, my friend. And what you're doing, you're keeping up with what was taught the right way to do. And I thank you so much for that. That's so meaningful and so useful for what's happening right now. So thank you so much, Marinka. It means so much to me. And thank you again for coming on my show. It really means a lot. This once again, Marinka, if you have any last words you'd like to tell the audience?
Well, I like to tell the audience that if they want to see a good striptease and what Burlesque was all about, they either have to find, or they can see my videos in YouTube. It's about 4 videos of me in these last 8 or 10 years of my life in YouTube. So they can go to YouTube and watch my videos, and of course they can come to Burlesque Hall of Fame. This year will be June the 2nd, the 5th in Las Vegas at the Orleans Theater, and that is the best way they can really come and see what Burlesque is all about.
Marinka, it means so much that you're on the show.